Hello guys, it's Blaze, and I got a really cool video for you guys today. It's pretty different, but it's really awesome. You guys probably, well, you've seen it already in the clip before, but you were kind of wondering what this was probably right at the beginning. It just looks like a bunch of packed ice, and for some reason a crap ton of villagers. Well, it's pretty simple, and it's actually happened before in Minecraft, just no one's really ever used it for good. And if you guys are some old Minecraft players like myself, then you know that back in the older days, in the beta times, entities such as players and mobs could push you. Now this got taken away due to complaints, and it was just kind of annoying because then people could push you in places when you were AFK, and it just didn't really feel that fluid, even though it definitely is more realistic. So Mojang took that out a while back, and now there's a glitch that is back with this, and I'm not going to explain it too much, but let's just say every once in a while in the snapshots here, the mobs, in this case villagers, will glitch out of their cell, and this is increased when the player gets closer. Now I'm hoping that this won't get fixed. I'm not a big YouTuber, and I'm hoping that no big YouTubers really make a video on this. But I just think it's really interesting because, yeah, I really hope that this doesn't get fixed. So I'm just going to show you guys 3 different variants of this design. You guys can really do whatever you want, but I've got beacons here. Now these are speed 2 beacons, and these are speed 1 beacons, and it's just basically a test to see how it works with speed 2, speed 1, and no speed at all, or should I say normal speed. Now, this is basically the fastest mode of transportation to date, except for minecarts in the nether. Now, if you use this in the nether, it will actually be faster than minecarts. Even the minecarts that were newly introduced into the 1.8 Snapshots, the extremely fast and crazy glitchy ones. Yes, so this will be the fastest mode of transportation. I haven't actually measured the speed of it, but it is easily, you can easily tell that it's a lot better. Now let's stop rambling about this. Let's actually see how this works. Now basically, when you take damage, these guys will glitch you out, and I'm not exactly how it works. If someone's very good at reading Minecraft code and is a good programmer and would like to go check out the code, the 1.8 code actually, I'm not really sure if there's a source for that. But yeah, you could probably check it out and let me know if you feel like it. But when you take damage and you are in this corner, for some reason you get bumped out, and depending on the amount of mobs, which we'll test in a second, it's pretty crazy. So let's do this pretty quick. This is a 4 high drop, which is the most amount for you to take damage. So I'm going to drop down real quick, and it helps if you're pointing diagonally out and actually sprint. It'll go much farther. So it's kind of quirky and hard to do, but see, it didn't work. Now it's, like I said, it's kind of hard to do and it takes a few seconds, but you have to be really nudged in that corner, and it's a lot easier when you get a head start. The first time is the hardest. So there we go. You kind of have to push up against the wall and hit back, and there I got stuck. So sorry guys, I can't really show you the best, but really it works great. And a guy by the name of SuperSweet Minecraft has made a video on this a few days ago, and I really think I can elaborate on it and maybe twerk. Oh my gosh, I just said that on camera. Tweak the design. Oh my god, I'm like face palming right now. Oh gosh. Well, I found a way to extend this. He was asking for people to do some responses, and it's very simple. Now don't worry about this redstone here. This is a redstone-less design. I just use this to make it easier to get all of these villagers out. Now if you'd see, I have 64, so basically a stack. I put a stack of villager eggs in each one, and you could actually do more than that. This is just really for lag purposes. And what we've done is we've stacked the tileable design on top of each other so that you can continuously take the damage. And yeah, so you don't need a beacon. Also, I should mention, you could just use maybe a speed 1 or a speed 2. Now I'm going to try to get some successful tests right here while I'm talking to show you guys the different variants. because if you're not rich and have a bunch of beacons lying around, it's just probably helpful to have potions, or just to maybe change the length of the design. So let's see. Okay, going good there. Alright, got it. Hopefully I can make it to the end now. So you can see we start to slow down, and that one was super quick. And there we go, make it to the end. Yay, our second try. That's nice. Alright, so that's with speed 2 there. I'm going to probably put the time up on an overlay somewhere on this video if I can time it. And yeah, so there's that. We're gonna test out speed 1 here. This is, you can see where it's a speed beacon, and you don't need beacons. I mean, I think it's a waste. I just think it'll be easier than in creative to use than to actually use the potions, but this will take less than 8 seconds, or the amount that you'll need for one potion. So let's try this on the speed 1, and let's eat a little bit, because this does definitely wear down your hunger. Alright, let's try to make it. There we go. And as you guys can see, you start to slow down a lot more. And there, I already stopped there. It does depend on, like I said, the amount of villagers or mobs. You could use any mob, really. You could use cows, sheep. I haven't really tested the other hitboxes of mobs like chickens, things like that. But yeah, so that was a little bit slower. That wasn't really a reliable test, but let's just call that a little bit slower. And now for the last one, we're going to test this out. This is no speed at all, and I'm going to move out over here. It's definitely not in range of the beacon, so as you guys can see, it's wearing down. I'm gonna wait, and whoa, we actually are in range of a beacon. Uh-oh. Okay, good, we're not in range. So it might get to us in the middle there, but it should not affect, because it'll take like at least 3 seconds for the effect to start getting on the player. And for the no speed test, alright, and as you guys can see, there are a bunch of villagers in our face. We only went a few blocks. So as you guys can see, this is a kind of quirky design, but is a really cool concept, and something really cool that we can exploit. Hopefully Mojang doesn't want to patch this. But we didn't even really get out, so never mind that overlay stuff. I'm sorry about that. I really don't have the know-how with editing to do that at the moment. But yeah, so we're going to test real quick how many villagers it will take. Like I said earlier, it obviously don't just need villagers. It could be really any type of mob. But we're just going to see what the difference makes. So for this one, let's just go to the non-speed one. I think it would be a good constant to use. So there's 16 villagers in here right now, or 64, sorry. Let's put 2 stacks. Whoa, and as you guys can see, they go like crazy. And yeah, it kind of simulates how fast players can go. And wow, they're actually going along the track. Alright, still going. And they're taking quite a lot of damage because of the block up there. Okay, so let's try this out. So now there is, as you can see, there's now 2 stacks of villagers in there, or 128. So let's jump down. And that, I think, made a huge difference. Don't you guys think? That we probably got at least triple the distance as we did last time. And I mean, the results come out different every single time. Now let's just go overboard here and go 3 stacks. Oh goodness, and they're just going like crazy. This might be exponential, I'm not really sure, but I think it might start to slow down and your computer will start to lag after this amount of entities. So I wouldn't recommend really going over a stack unless you don't have any kind of beacon or potion. But yeah, let's test this out right now. Alright, final test, make sure. Alright, 192, perfect. Ready? And yes, we got down to the second one. So it definitely does matter how many entities there are in there. We're actually starting to starve here. But yeah, that's really all I want to show for this episode, just this concept. Thank you, Mr. SuperSweet, for showing this to us. He basically came up with this design here and then the diagonal, but then I added on to it with this part here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, one more thing I want to add on. 64 will probably be an optimal amount of entities to have in here, because I mean, if you think about it, if you have a decent gaming computer or a decent server, if you're like in the middle here, only, let's see how many mobs are. We have about 513 entities loaded, but because of that over there, we'll have more. So maybe only max 192 to 256 mobs will be loaded at a time, because once you're in the middle here, where is it? Maybe about right here. It's 128 in every direction, and of course entities are only loaded in that distance, and we got some mobs spawning. And only a certain amount of mobs can be loaded at a time. So if you have 64 in each one, you can basically make this infinite without causing lots of lag, either for your computer or your server, whatever you're playing on. So yeah, that's really it for this episode. I know it's kind of short, and it's definitely a quirky design, but it's a cool it's a cool concept to work off of. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching once again. It's Blaze. Peace.